Charcoal and chalk pastels are potentially the messiest material that we use for drawing. So it's really important to kind of take your time and pay attention to what it is that you're doing. A lot of times all these drawings will start off with a simple pencil sketch that then can be colored in. So I've done a simple leaf. I could go ahead and fill it in with a little bit of green. It's kind of like working with chalk. It's very soft. Goes on with vibrant colors. And we can fill in rather quickly. And use parallel strokes to color in, just like almost all of our other drawing media. But the special thing about pastels is that they blend really, really well. So I can take a tissue, fold it in half 6 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I can use the corner to blend. And you can see that it smooths out the colors really well. So if I want to blend a color, maybe I want to put a highlight on that. I can put a little yellow on the upper side. Put a little shadow with blue on the bottom side. Again, I can use my tissue that's been folded in half and blend some of those colors and blend away that edge. It gives it a nice smooth look. You can also add in details, but then there's a problem. When you're adding in details, these could be smudged very easily. So you want to make sure that whatever details you add, you do last, after you no longer need to blend stuff. Now, with chalk pastels, it's important to use some kind of a fixative, and this stops it from smearing. So we shake it up, and I'm going to spray just half of this. And you spray about a foot away and just a light coating on top of it. Now this stuff can have a very strong odor, so it's important to do this either outside or in a hallway, but it can have some overspray, as you see over here, so you don't want to do it on a floor. You need to be holding it up in the air. Outside is best, a ventilated room is second best. Now once that's dry on there, you can see on this side it still smears fairly easily, and on this side not as much. So fixative becomes important. This also means that when you're working with pastels, they have to be stored properly, because if you put one on top of another, they start to smear, and then the drawings start to look like that. So it's important to keep the drawings separated as you work on them and when you store them. It also helps to have some wet rags around, so you have something to wipe off little fingers, or if you have a sink like I do, that becomes really important for pastels. So it's a very fun material to use. It blends beautifully, but there is a lot of potential mess with it. Same thing with charcoal. This is black pastel, but it works like a charcoal, so you can get lots of tones with it. You can fade, you can shade. It does some really beautiful things, but again, very, very messy.